Hello, welcome to another video from the Animal University channel. Let's go for the video. Mantis. Mantises are an order, Mantodea, of insects that contains over 2,400 species in about 460 genera in 33 families. The largest family is the Mantidae, mantids. Mantises are distributed worldwide in temperate and tropical habitats. They have triangular heads with bulging eyes supported on flexible necks. Their elongated bodies may or may not have wings, but all Mantodea have forelegs that are greatly enlarged and adapted for catching and gripping prey. Their upright posture, while remaining stationary with forearms folded, has led to the common name praying mantis. The closest relatives of mantises are termites and cockroaches, Blattodea, which are all within the superorder Dictyoptera. Mantises are sometimes confused with stick insects, Phasmatodea, other elongated insects such as grasshoppers, Orthoptera, or other more distantly related insects with raptorial forelegs such as mantisflies, Mantispidae. Mantises are mostly ambush predators, but a few ground-dwelling species are found actively pursuing their prey. They normally live for about a year. In cooler climates, the adults lay eggs in autumn, then die. The eggs are protected by their hard capsules and hatch in the spring. Females sometimes practice sexual cannibalism, eating their mates after copulation. Mantises were considered to have supernatural powers by early civilizations, including ancient Greece, ancient Egypt, and Assyria. A cultural trope popular in cartoons imagines the female mantis as a femme fatale. Mantises are among the insects most commonly kept as pets. Taxonomy and evolution. Over 2,400 species of mantis in about 430 genera are recognized. They are predominantly found in tropical regions, but some live in temperate areas. The systematics of mantises have long been disputed. Mantises, along with stick insects, Phasmatodea, were once placed in the order Orthoptera with the cockroaches, now Blattodea, and ice crawlers, now Blattodea. Christensen, 1991, combined the Mantodea with the cockroaches and termites into the order Dictyoptera, suborder Mantodea. The name Mantodea is formed from the ancient Greek words munuto iota, mantis, meaning prophet, and epsilon delta omicron, eidos, meaning form or type. It was coined in 1838 by the German entomologist Hermann Burmeister. The order is occasionally called the Mantids, using a Latinized plural of Greek mantis. The name mantid properly refers only to members of the family Mantidae, which was, historically, the only family in the order. The other common name, praying mantis, applied to any species in the order, though in Europe mainly to Mantis religiosa, comes from the typical prayer-like posture with folded forelimbs. The vernacular plural mantises, used in this article, was confined largely to the US, with mantids predominantly used as the plural in the UK and elsewhere, until the family Mantidae was further split in 2002. One of the earliest classifications splitting an all-inclusive Mantidae into multiple families was that proposed by Bayer in 1968, recognizing 8 families, though it was not until Ehrman's reclassification into 15 families in 2002 that a multiple family classification became universally adopted. Class, in 1997, studied the external male genitalia and postulated that the families Chaeticidae and Metallidicidae diverged from the other families at an early date. However, as previously configured, the Mantidae and Thespidae especially were considered polyphyletic, so the Mantodea have been revised substantially as of 2019 and now includes 29 families. Anatomy. Mantises have large, triangular heads with a beak-like snout and mandibles. They have 2 bulbous compound eyes, 3 small simple eyes, and a pair of antennae. The articulation of the neck is also remarkably flexible. Some species of mantis can rotate their heads nearly 180 degrees. The mantis thorax consists of a prothorax, a mesothorax, and a metathorax. In all species apart from the genus Mantoida, the prothorax, which bears the head and forelegs, is much longer than the other 2 thoracic segments. The prothorax is also flexibly articulated, allowing for a wide range of movements of the head and forelimbs while the remainder of the body remains more or less immobile. Mantises also are unique to the Dictyoptera in that they have tympanoid hearing, with 2 tympana in an auditory chamber in their metathorax. Most mantises can only hear ultrasound. Mantises have 2 spiked, grasping forelegs, raptorial legs, in which prey items are caught and held securely. In most insect legs, including the posterior forelegs of a mantis, the coxa and trochanter combine as an inconspicuous base of the leg. In the raptorial legs, however, the coxa and trochanter combine to form a segment about as long as the femur, which is a spiky part of the grasping apparatus, see illustration. Located at the base of the femur is a set of discoidal spines, usually 4 in number, but ranging from none to as many as 5 depending on the species. These spines are preceded by a number of tooth-like tubercles, which, along with a similar series of tubercles along the tibia and the apical claw near its tip, give the foreleg of the mantis its grasp on its prey. The foreleg ends in a delicate tarsus used as a walking appendage, made of 4 or 5 segments and ending in a two-toed claw with no aurolium. Mantises can be loosely categorized as being micropterous, long-winged, brachypterous, short-winged, micropterous, vestigial-winged, or raptorous, wingless. If not wingless, a mantis has 2 sets of wings. The outer wings, or tegmenta, are usually narrow and leathery. They function as camouflage and as a shield for the hindwings, which are clearer and more delicate. The abdomen of all mantises consists of 10 tergites, with a corresponding set of 9 sternites visible in males and 7 visible in females. The abdomen tends to be slimmer in males than females, but ends in a pair of cerci in both sexes. Reproduction and life history. The mating season in temperate climates typically takes place in autumn, while in tropical areas, mating can occur at any time of the year. To mate following courtship, the male usually leaps onto the female's back, clasping her thorax and wing bases with his forelegs. He then arches his abdomen to deposit and store sperm in a special chamber near the tip of the female's abdomen. The female lays between 10 and 400 eggs, depending on the species. Eggs are typically deposited in a froth mass produced by glands in the abdomen. This froth hardens, creating a protective capsule, which together with the egg mass is called an ootheca. Depending on the species, the ootheca can be attached to a flat surface, wrapped around a plant, or even deposited in the ground. Despite the versatility and durability of the eggs, they are often preyed on, especially by several species of parasitoid wasps. In a few species, mostly ground and bark mantises in the family Pterocotidae, the mother guards the eggs. The cryptic Pterocodes Morris positions herself on bark with her abdomen covering her egg capsule, ambushing passing prey and moving very little until the eggs hatch. An unusual reproductive strategy is adopted by Brunner's stick mantis from the southern United States. No males have ever been found in this species, and the females breed parthenogenetically. The ability to reproduce by parthenogenesis has been recorded in at least 2 other species, Sphaudromantis viridis and Myomantis sp, although these species usually reproduce sexually. In temperate climates, adults do not survive the winter and the eggs undergo a diapause, hatching in the spring. As in closely related insect groups in the superorder Dictyoptera, mantises go through 3 life stages: egg, nymph, and adult. Mantises are among the hemimetabolous insects. For smaller species, the eggs may hatch in 3 to 4 weeks as opposed to 4 to 6 weeks for larger species. The nymphs may be colored differently from the adult, and the early stages are often mimics of ants. A mantis nymph grows bigger as it molts its exoskeleton. Molting can happen 5 to 10 times before the adult stage is reached, depending on the species. After the final molt, most species have wings, though some species remain wingless or brachypterous, short-winged, particularly in the female sex. The lifespan of a mantis depends on the species. Smaller ones may live 4 to 8 weeks, while larger species may live 4 to 6 months. I hope you enjoyed this video enough and it was informative. Please like the video and subscribe the channel. Introduce us to your friends. Good luck to you all.